Hey, welcome back to the car sucker. My name is Jimmy Prater. I'm a car close. That's what I am. I close and close and close. I close car deals. I close them. I gross them. I gouge the frickin' eyeballs out of the frickin' skull. Listen, I don't even say I'm sorry after doing it. All right, see, customers understand that they purchased a vehicle. They're all adults. And that's just what we have to do. We gouge them and we stick them. We punch them out. We take no prisoners. See, the car sharker is not like a normal sales trainer. The car sharker is a shock trainer. It's reality training. Reality training at its best. There's no one else out there doing that. Nobody wants this fluff. Nobody wants this powder sugar stuff. It doesn't work. See, a powder sugar trainer will go into a dealership and never get on the floor and show them how to close a car deal. The car sharker does. Powder sugar trainer thinks there's a blueprint for this. And there may be, but they don't have it because they can't do it. And then they go into a car dealership telling how to close a car deal. See, before the car sharker was out, they were talking about sales all the time. I'm going to talk to you about a sales process. That's what powder sugar trainers do. They talk to you about that because it's easy. See, it's hard to close a car deal. Close them and grouse them. Guys are freaking eyeballs out of the skull of a customer. They can't say it, they can't do it, and they'll never, ever have that in their DNA. The car sharker does. See, I was born to do this. I was born with a Foursquare inside my crib. They're not. They walk into a dealership and they're also going to tell you how to service customers in the service department. What's that? What is all that? Or how to desk a deal. See, desking's easy. It is easy. And you have some of these desk guys out there putting videos out, which is cool. And they have the camera above them showing them how they're doing it. Let me tell you something. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that you have gross. So you got profit and you got gross. I would much rather have gross because when we talk about profit, that's what the accountants talk about. Profit. It's an itty bitty word, but when you talk about gross is a different story. Because if you don't gross a customer, there's no reason to be in this business. And powder sugar trainers don't teach you that. I challenge any powder sugar trainer out there, head to head on a closing competition. Pick the store. The car sharker will be there. The car sharker understands how to close a car deal. Customers love the car sharker. The customers love personality. See, salespeople, closers, you have to develop a personality. You have to develop a character. You have to be somebody else in what you're doing now because what you're doing now is not working. You're talking like as if you're that powder sugar trainer that just came into your store. Or maybe you went to one of their seminars. The dealer gave you a little ticket to go to a seminar. You flew out to Las Vegas and you got to go to a convention and you came back and you're all gun-ho for about 24 hours. And that's it. That's it. See, these powder sugar trainers, they're just stealing the money. They know how to close a dealer, but they cannot close a consumer. See, consumers need to be bitch slapped. Consumers love it. Women come in with their tits hanging out for a reason because they want to milk like a cow. And you're going to put them on their fours and you're going to squeeze their titties and you're going to milk them like a cow. That's what women with big titties do when they have cleavage coming out at you. Okay? The same thing with guys. You know, they come in and they want to tell you as a closer, they know everything there is to know about a vehicle and how it's purchased. And they want to tell you how much you paid for it or took it in on trade if you're talking about a pre-owned, a used, or whatever you're talking about. This is what the consumer is taught nowadays. They have their mind filtered. They think that they're better than you closers, and they're not. See, the powder sugar trainers are the same way. We're a different breed, closers. We're different than anyone else in any other industry. And if you learn how to close a car deal, you could close anything in the world. You could go work on Wall Street and be a celebrity. Because you know what? You'll be a rock star the way you learn how to close in the car business. Everything out there is developed from the car industry. The whole United States is based on the car industry. Go down the freeway, all over there's cars. They need you. This is a business that they need you. And in this business, if you can't close, you're not going to eat. You're going to starve. And these powdered sugar trainers, they shouldn't even exist. They make my business better. They make the car sharker business a lot better. Because what they teach you, what they say they train you on, doesn't work. They never move the needle. They never, ever move the needle. Now, when the car sharker trains you, the car sharker expects you to take that knowledge and keep it with yourself the rest of your life. And it doesn't matter what industry. If you stay at that dealership, fine, great. Or you go to another industry, fine, great. You keep moving up in your life, but you're learning how to close because there's a step-by-step closing process. It's called the 7 rules of engagement. It's real simple. They don't have that in powder sugar classes. And these powder sugar trainers come in and they have target questions and they target individuals in their meetings. And they want to make you look like you're a clown. And they want to embarrass you. All right? What embarrasses you is because it's a defense mechanism on their end. They can't do it. They go in and they try to say that, rah, 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 I'm here, I can draw a crowd. And I know what I'm talking about. They don't know what they're talking about because they never get on the floor and close. You never see them do it. You will a car sharker. I guarantee you a car sharker will win all day long with the mentality of reality closing. See, you got a lot of these lazy people in the industry as well. And you can tell which ones are lazy. Because especially, they're fat. All right, the car sharker runs on the average 3.5 to 5 miles a day, depending on how much time the car sharker has. And you got to stay in shape. As we get older, we age. As we get older, we got to stay in shape. And this business tends to make you lazier. But you got to understand, nothing happens if something moves, so you got to start moving. You got to go to the gym or walk outside and run, walk, hike some trails. There's something for you to do. You got to keep moving. So when you're on the floor, you're not stuck in a circle jerk, talking about somebody else's horror that they had the night before. This is reality training. And I want to talk to you about reality training. Okay? Because we're all adults here. Is it locker room talk? Probably. Most likely. Nah, you know what it is? It's reality. No powder sugar training here at the Car Sharker. And this is exactly what the Car Sharker has been teaching and preaching. Well, it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. So you go home, you take your fat ass home after learning all this bullshit from a powder sugar trainer and climb in bed with your fat ass wife, or vice versa, climb in bed with your fat ass husband because you're a fat ass, and women, you think you could just bring your boobies out and that's going to help. Guys going to milk them. That's what happens. That's what happens. You know what? And you get caught up in not making money. So you got to get caught up with how much money they got in their bank account, How much money are you going to take from that customer? Because see, I say this all the time. The only way you're going to make money is by grabbing it from somebody else. And if you're not grabbing it from somebody else, you're not going to make any money. Take the money, take the money, take the money. Take all you can get. Because they would do that to you. They're all after you, closers. Your back's against the wall. Hear me out. Your back is against the wall. The dealers are raising the packs and making sure you're not making much money. You're making $40,000 a year. You get out of the business. This business, you got to make $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 a year. And that's how you stay in business. And that's how you stay afloat. And that's how you get ahead. But you know what? Another way you get ahead is do yourself a favor. My name is Jimmy Prater. Go close something. Yeah!